Hi everybody, welcome back to Friendly Creations. Friendly Crochet Creations. This is video episode 3. And what you see before you is well, let me explain this a little bit. I know I said I wasn't going to do any more Halloween, but I did change my mind just last minute. I know you saw the monster mini baskets last time, the Halloween monster mini baskets. But they were stacked like a totem pole last time. This time they're separated. That's what got me going. And I saw the Frankenlight, and I just had to do the Frankenlight. I did the bigger one. They had two sizes, a pint size and a quart size. I did the quart size, and you could either crochet handle or do a wire handle. And I think most people were doing the wire handles, but I did the crocheted one. And then you see the baby bat sack hat over here. Those were the first 3 that I did, and I did upload those for the cow giveaway. And then I did I don't know which one I did next, the black cat Halloween treat bag or the ghostly Garland. But I did those 2 like really last minute, the last 2 days, and then I didn't have any time to do the first 2. Which were the black Cat Softie here on the left with the orange scarf, and then we have the Amigurumi Frankenstein rag doll. And I'm going to tell you who made all of these. I did make them, and they didn't get put in the giveaway, but I did go ahead and finish them. I needed to upload those on Ravelry too. The black Cat Softie here. I use different eyes on it than what's in the pattern. I actually crocheted them so they're much bigger than what she had. But this is from the Underground Crafter. This is who put the whole thing together. This Halloween cow. And the next one was the Amigurumi Frankenstein ragdoll. It's by Maria's Blue Crayon. And she was saying that she had done a ghost last year, which sounds interesting. I might need a playmate for Frankenstein that looks about like him. Shaped kind of square like that. He does have some feet, some legs. They're bi-colored down there. Brown and green to go along with his breeches. Or his pants, as some call them. Or we all call them. Sometimes I'll call them breeches. That was Maria's Blue Crayon. And she also has a blanket that I've seen on a couple of different people's YouTubes or Facebook or wherever I saw it in 2 different places. And I do want to do that one. And but I don't know if I'll do it until next year. And then the third one on the list was this ghostly Garland, and you can make it as long as you want to. And I only did 5. That was almost 2 skeins of yarn right there for the 3.5 ounces. And I think most of them that I saw were 3. And some of them did more. I might make them bigger later, or I might even turn them into angels for Christmas, or I may just do another one just for Christmas. If you look at this one, she's kind of, looks like she's kind of got wings like an angel already. You see that? Okay. And the next one we have on the list is the Black Cat Halloween Trick-or-Treat bag. As you can see, this has a handle for trick-or-treating. We didn't actually take this one out. She's got ears here. Eyes and everything there. Then the next one, that one was from Oombawka Designs, and the Ghostly Garland here was by Stitchin Scraps. Now, Oombawka Designs is the one that actually came up with the idea, and I guess she talked to Underground Crafter, and she's the one that organized it, but Oombawka Designs was the one that had the idea. And then the next one we come to was the Frankenlight. You can do this. This is to tie it onto the mason jar. I don't actually have an empty one to show you, and you can put a light in there. I put my phone in there to demonstrate it for Halloween. I actually did take this out and trick-or-treat for Halloween, the Frankenlight. And then these were the 6th one. These 3 together were the 6th one. The Halloween Monster mini baskets. Halloween. They don't actually have candy in there right now. They just have the things that I showed y'all last week. And deodorizer and coconut oil for your hair conditioner, and that one has the batteries. And then this one over here was the last one. It was the black cat, the baby bat sack hat. It's rectangular in shape, and that was actually worn on Halloween too. Okay. And there's that for Halloween. That's all for Halloween. If I do anything, it's just to maybe do a touch-up on something or another, maybe another Frankenlight thing. Something like that. Something small. But I'm not doing anything major. And Trixie the Witch is in the other room. I'm not actually bringing her in here today to show you. But these 7 were for that project. And I actually finished the Frankenstein ragdoll, I believe, yesterday. And I do have some great views. Like I was saying, I only got to upload 5 of these for the giveaway, not all 7. I could have just done 1, but I did 5 in a real big hurry. And I did actually win a prize. There were 8 winners in the cow over there on Underground Crafter's blog. It's called the Halloween Cow 2018. And I did win a prize, and what I got to do on that was pick 4 skeins from Red Heart. Red Heart's donating some stuff for this giveaway. And there was a choice between stripes, Fair Isle, and ombres. And if I didn't do the ombres, I was going to do the stripes and finish out what I have here. But I went ahead and did the ombres so I can try those out. I haven't actually tried those out, but I have looked at those and I want those like really, really bad. And the Fair Isles, that one's kind of iffy. I might try that sometime in the future, but I'm not going to try that right now. I'm sorry if my phone is moving around. My hands get a little shaky sometimes. I really do need to invest in a camera. But I did win that 4 skeins of Red Heart yarn. It also comes with 1 pom-pom maker. It also comes with a tape measure and a set of, I think it's sold, how do you say that anyway? I'm not looking at the, how you spell it. Maybe, here I'm looking at it. Silverloom soft ergonomic hooks. I've not actually heard of those before, but I have heard of the ergonomic hooks, like the clover hooks and stuff like that. They're pretty similar. So I'm really interested in trying those. I'm always wanting to try new yarns, new hooks, and it's a set of 7. You can always use a tape measure and a pom-pom maker. I have some pom-pom makers, but you know, who knows? Maybe it's a different one and I can try it out and see how it goes. But that does it for my intro for now. And yay me for winning that big prize. I mean, there were some other prizes that would have been wonderful to get, and some of them I really didn't care for, but it would have been fine. But these are the ones. 5 of these 7. Of course, the mini baskets count as 1. Got me to win that prize. I don't know which one because I asked too late, but I will do my best to link all of these in the description box below. If I don't, I'll just do the link to the cow, and all the links are in there under all the projects, under the date they were done, everything. There's a whole list right there. You can see those. And I forgot to tell you, the Frankenlight was by Snappy Tots. The Halloween Monster Mini Baskets were by Creative Crochet Workshop. And the Baby Bat Sack Hat was by the Stitchin Mommy. And if you just put those in the search, you can find their pages, you can find their Ravelry pages, you can find their Facebook pages, and if they have anything on YouTube, I'm sure you can find them just by putting that in the search engine. So I will see about getting you some links so you can click on them either directly or through the Underground Crafter Halloween Cow 2018 page. So yay me once again, and stay tuned for what I have coming next. Okay, and getting ready for Thanksgiving. I've got some Thanksgiving things here I'm working on. First of all, we have this totem pole baskets that I showed y'all last time with the pumpkins. The only thing that I did on these different than last time is I finished all the ends. I tucked in all the ends that were loose here on the baskets and the lids, and I put eyes and a nose on the pumpkin. I actually put the wrong triangles on the cat and the pumpkin. I don't know if you can tell that eyes are bigger than the nose on that. I got them all mixed up, and some of those were made out of Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and the other ones were Crayon Windtuck black, and the vintage Windtuck. So well, it's alright. I guess it works just fine. I don't know if I'll put a mouth on him or not. And I'm not sure if I'll do anything about the second basket, just so that the bottom basket parts will be different on the first and the second one. I'm not sure what to do on that, so if you have any ideas, just, just let me know, okay? So that was, Creative Crochet Workshop had the idea of the monster mini baskets for those for Halloween, and I just expounded. I changed the top and the bottom, I just changed, like, I guess some of them don't have faces, I didn't put, like, the monster faces on there. I just left most of them plain and changed it up a little bit. Over here we have a pumpkin hat. I got that from a magazine. I'm not sure if it's Crochet Today or Crochet World or which one it was, but when I find it, I will upload that information and let you know. Over here we have a cornucopia from a vintage magazine. Again, I believe it was a Crochet World magazine, but it could have been something else. I still need to finish the ends on that. I took them in there a little bit so you can see. And I want to make the fruit and veggies that go with that. It's also included in the pattern in the magazine. We also have mini baskets. I haven't done the tops on these yet. Haven't decided exactly what to do on those or which one I want to put on top. So we have the eggplant here. We have like a corn or a squash there, and whatever that one might be, like a green apple or something. And then right here what we have the turkey. You see the turkey here. I don't have the eyes over here or the ribbons for his hat or his neck yet available. As you can see on this calendar of 2015, he was the November model, and it's by Annie's Crochet, the Scrap Happy Crochet for All Seasons. It was, like I said, the calendar for 2015. And the pattern is in the back of the calendar after everything, but these are all his bits and pieces. We have two turkey bodies here flat, and we have the beak, we have the bit and the collar, we have his wings and the hat, we have the legs with the feet, and all of his little feathers. So, the first time I tried this, see, I would have had this turkey done a long time ago if I hadn't have done it wrong. What I had done, instead of doing one flat piece, I thought everything was supposed to be circular. I'm like, I know they did not make this pattern to be this small. This turkey looks and is supposed to be bigger than this. And so what I did is I left it. I just left it. I was doing a circle, a continuous circle, like I did for the legs and the hat and the wings, That's what we're supposed to do on those. And the beak. Well, I got it back out a month or two ago, and I was looking at the pattern again, reassessing what I was doing. I'm like, oh my gracious. I frogged the whole thing, and I restarted it, and I'm much happier now with the results. And so now I did all of his bits and pieces. I even did some late last night. And I wanted to show you something real quick. I don't know if any of y'all have seen this from Lion Brand. This is definitely vintage. I've never seen this before. I got it online on eBay. And I don't know if it was an estate sale or if somebody just cleaning out the attic or, you know, somebody just wanted to sell it because they weren't going to use it anymore. But it's definitely vintage. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. This Lion Brand Yarn Company. Color is brick. And it is Pamela. I've never heard of Lion Brand Pamela before. I've never seen it. The feel of the yarn, the look of the yarn is kind of, I don't know, you can tell it's old. Maybe a little duster or something. It's not as bright and shiny as it should be. It's 100% virgin acrylic. I've never heard of any acrylic being virgin acrylic before. That is just, I've never heard of that. But it's allergy-free, shrink-proof, moth-proof, pull skein ready to use, which means you pull it from the middle. Famous for quality since 1878. Let's see if there's anything on here. I'm not meaning to do a yarn review, but I wanted to show you this. It's really interesting. 4 ply, 4 ounces, 113.4 grams net weight, machine washable, dryable. It obviously did not have that much yarn in here when I received it. Now, I've not ever really ran across a problem except for maybe some yarns being tangled up on, amongst themselves when I get it from eBay. Even on the vintage yarns, it's usually pretty good. But the Crayon one stuck black when I was using it. I had 2 skeins of it when I was doing the Halloween stuff, and I was pulling on one of the skeins. I was pulling it from the inside, and it didn't want to budge. It didn't want to budge. So I kept pulling on it, and nothing would come out. Not even, a little baby or barf or anything. Yarn baby, yarn barf, whatever you call them. I guess they're both different. They're all different things, I guess. But nothing came out. So until it let go for a little bit, and then it started pulling again, and I couldn't get it to budge. And then finally it let go, and I was working with it. Something really scary happened. I could not believe it. Just about around Halloween too, and I'm like, yeah, surely this isn't a joke. I've had these skeins for a long time, and I just pulled them out to use them, so I can use up my stash. So, and they're really shiny, so I've had some great projects to use them for, like the hair on the mini baskets. So I was using that for the softie, and I saw, lo and behold, have y'all guessed it yet? Have y'all guessed it? I saw a sewing needle with thread still attached, black thread. So please, y'all, if y'all going to send stuff out like that, please make sure you do not have your needles in there anymore. I could have got stuck real bad on that. But I forgot one detail on this turkey. This is the wattle that they said to make. It's just I don't want to give out the pattern or nothing, but you can probably tell what that is. Can't hardly tell it. Well, maybe you could tell it on there. In the picture, that's the wattle. That's the last piece of him. But I'm anxious to get these fruits and veggies made and these baskets finished and get started on the JaydaInStitches apple. Hey everyone! In continuation with Thanksgiving, I have Thanksgiving bath sets here ready and available for you. I have 7 washcloths, the floral face cloths. I have 1 bath puff, and I have 4 soap bags. There's 2 with this type ribbon and 2 with that type ribbon. You can see that right there. Now I do sell these. I was selling them on eBay, but I usually sell them person to person. If you want any of these, let me know. Like I said, I usually save 1 or 2, like 1 for display, 1 for myself. So right now I have 7 here. So I really don't have 7, I have 5, but there's 7 here. I would sell 6. I can make some more. These sell by themselves $10. Okay, this here by itself sells for $5. The bath book, $5. And the washcloth, $10. You can also use these as lilies if you want, although you probably couldn't set anything in the middle with the flower on it. If I didn't put the flower on there, yeah, you could probably use it for to set a candle on or anything on, you know, or just as decoration. Sometimes you don't want to put a decoration on a doily. But the bath set together, you might as well be getting the soap bag for free because I sell the whole thing for $15. So this for $10, the washcloth for $10, the bath puff for $5. And if I were selling these soap bags by themselves, they would be $2. But if I sell it as a set, as a 3-piece set, it's $15. So you're actually getting the soap bags for free. Now I do have some of the ones started. These two actually have the flowers on there. Sometimes I put it on at this point. Sometimes I put it on later on. And I have all of these started, and I actually count all those as what's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 here without the flowers. So that's a total of 14. And what I have here are the two different yarns, sugars and cream. I also use peaches and cream for these. This is the sugar and cream stripes, country stripes. That's what I've been using, but I've been wanting to use a solid color for the leaves because all of this is variegated, and it's not, I don't always use variegated that much in my stuff. It's usually a solid, like a white or a cream color here and then variegated here, but I really like how this stripe here works really, really well with this. So I'm going to transition from the sugar and cream stripes for the leaves to this sage green sugars and cream. So that's what the next sets will be after I get done with those. And I might actually start doing these this month so I can have these by the end of the month. Or here in a couple of weeks. I can have some sets with that. And go ahead and see if I can transition without turning off. It's giving me, my stuff is giving me problems. This off. Look at that for a minute. More holiday stuff here in this next project to show you real close. So here we have in a magazine. I'm trying not to show you the pattern. They're jack-o'-lantern coasters by Agnes Russell, and this is a Crochet World magazine. I'll show you the front of that. Crochet World of October 2017. So this was last year's. And I have this project in here that I have started. 3 of the coasters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3, 4. Okay, so there's 4 of those. And I have the little triangles in here for the faces, the mouth, the nose, and the eyes. All of those. It's easy to put away. These peaches and cream. If y'all see my purple hook, man, I have lost it. I have misplaced it. I don't know where I put it. I'm trying to get ready for this video. I've been working on projects after night, so if you see it before I do, please let me know. Okay, this actually came in another bag, and the bag messed up. This is a kit with 2 skeins of yarn of red heart and soul. They're 2 different colors. This one here is ivory. This one here is Rustica. And it comes with the book, the red heart book, with different patterns. There's different patterns here. And I'm going to do this one here on page 10, the little cowl or the infinity scarf here. It's done with shells all the way around. I'm going to do that for both of these because it only needs one skein for each of those. And there's not very many ounces in these. Let's see if I can turn this both of them. They're super fine. Weight one. Yeah, these are only 1.76 ounces, which is 213 yards, 195 meters, and 50 grams. So I figured this one would be good for Thanksgiving. My battery got too low, so I had to wait, and I'm going to try to do the rest of this really quick. I'm going to try to do the ivory for Christmas. I was saying these are super fine. It says to use. What does it say to use? 3.25 millimeter hook. This is the pattern I want to use. The easy, comfy crochet cowl. Okay. And this is the front of the book. Kind of got this set up. It was charging a little bit. And this is an octopus I finished this week. It is ready to go to its forever home. This pattern is, as I was trying to say a while ago, this little character here is ready to go to her forever home. You can find the pattern on Etsy by lilcrochetlove. Isn't she the cutest? I made all different colors of these. I've sold 2 already. Here's a blanket that I made from the Crochet Crowd, other than the mystery blanket, which he later told us when the cow was over it was a ripple blanket. This one is called the Study of Textures blanket. And what he did, he took his downtown here with his little post stitches all the way. We went to the movies here with the popcorn stitches, along with our 2x2s. The post stitches here. And we had an Easter egg hunt. He calls these little things Easter eggs, or eggs. Look like Easter eggs, kind of. And then we had these little X's. I'm not sure what he did with us. He was having a little fun with this design here, these X's. And then we had this is our weave for a picnic basket. This is close to the edge of our of our blanket. And we have picots on the very, very edge. That was actually the very last week. That's all we had to do with that. The 7th week was that. Each week we did something new. See those textures in this blanket. So we learned, or at least I learned some new stitches while constructing this blanket. If you remember, or if you've seen the previous video, I reviewed Bernat Pop with you, and that's what this is. So this is Bernat Pop in this blanket. We used 10 skeins or 10 cakes. They look like this. I have 5 left. I also have this little bit left from the 10, and then there's 5. I had a few already on these. What happened is I bought, one here and one there, and they went on sale, and then they couldn't, you couldn't find them at the stores anymore, so I bought them online, and I have 5 remaining, which I may make some wearables, like a hat, a scarf, maybe a shawl, mittens perhaps, I'm not sure, but, I also really want to make a pillow starting just like this in the middle. Not sure how far I'll go, maybe to a little further than the popcorn stitches. And we got some red ones over there. The self-striping yarn works out really, really wonderful. This is a great example of how this will all work out and work up. I do need to block it. As you can see, the sides are curving in, and that's bunching up a little bit, huh? The curving out on this side, a little wavy and curvy, and the points are a little pointy on the corners. But yeah, I probably do need to block that a little bit. really do love that Bernat pulp. It is a 4, but it's a thicker 4, I believe. Sometimes they're thicker, sometimes they're thinner. I was working with a thinner 4 last night on some projects. And that'll do it for this segment. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching me show you this blanket. Okay, as promised, I'm showing you one of the featured YouTubers here. If you see, there is something from one of the sneak peeks that I showed y'all last week. To the left, over here to my left, we have 2 bags. One's the big market tote bag, and the other one is just another bag from JaydaInStitches. The handles are actually made separate on this little stripe, on this little pastel stripey one, but the other one, the handles are made within the tote. I'm using it for a basket right now. I was going to use it for a blanket because it's big enough for that, but right now it's holding a big project, and that's what's in there. But I will talk about the project later. It's supposed to be for my daughter, and the yarn that I'm doing with that, I'm thinking about doing a yarn review on that next week. I already have something planned for this week at the end of this video. You can see here we have the turtles from last week. They're called her African flower turtles. They're what does she call them? The African flower turtles, I believe. They're made, they're hexagons. And they're actually made with 2 African flowers each. I did this room different. It's supposed to be done this way. And then I ran out of green, so his tail is actually blue, which I was going to do him blue with his limbs and his head, but I accidentally picked up the green instead. And the yarn I used for that came in a package. It was in a different package than this. But if you can see that, there's a hook in there, a crochet hook. It's got a couple of knitting needles in it, a set. The yarn that was in the package is called Summer Blossom. And this is what's left of what I had. Did this before I even thought of a YouTube video for myself. But I got that at Michael's on sale, actually on clearance. And this other that I got, that I made these bags with, there's these Premier Homes. They had 8 different colors. Now 3 of these were in the other package, and then we also have some darker colors in this one. This is what I have left for making the bag of those colors. Looks like I need to find something to make the white with. Maybe I'll use these with the white somehow or another. But these were also on clearance at Michael's. These pinks and purples were also in those 2 bags. And then here's the bunny rabbit also that I made with that. And this is the crochet hook that I use. There's a needle in there too. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. It's a little needle, the threading needle. Here's the pink bunny rabbit. It's still working in progress. Works in progress here. As you can see, the zipper is to make this into a pouch, either a pencil pouch or a purse. And I'm going to do the same thing with the pink one. And these little embroidery flosses are going to be for sewing the zippers in. I've never sewed a zipper in, so I'm taking extra long time. Taking my time on doing that right now. Hopefully to do that soon. I haven't made the strap for either one of them. I'm going to do that last. She says to go ahead and attach it to the purse, but I wanted to see if there was a way I can make these, since they could also be a pencil pouch without the strap. I thought maybe I could make them to be detachable, so maybe my daughter could use them. She could, if she wants to use it as a pencil pouch, she can without the strap, maybe at a later time. Or okay, as I was trying to say before I got cut off by my telephone, they could be either, these bunny pouches could be pencil pouches or purses. The thing that says whether it's one or the other is the strap, and I want to make the strap detachable so she can use it whichever way she wants to, for whatever color she wants to do. She could even mix and match the straps, or maybe I'll give her one and someone else one. I haven't fully decided on that yet. As you can see, I do have more pink and purple. I can make another, at least another pink one. I'm not sure if there's enough purple in here to make another one. Because right here, what we have over here, sorry, my fingers got in the way, a unicorn, although it looks like a white horse right now. I'm debating whether I should remove the neck and head and place it to where it's looking up instead of grazing. Right now it looks like she's grazing, but I think I like that look. I'll just work it like that. And then, as you can see, I used red heart soft baby steps, and then I used something else for the hooves, pink and purple together. I held those together. I think I may just leave her in this position and let her graze for a while, and then make another one where the head is up and cheerful. This red heart soft baby steps. Did I say that already? I'm not sure. But okay, this will do it for JaydaInStitches. I hope you hop on over there and see what she's got over there. And you can see Michael's has a clearance section. If you didn't know that, they have some really great items on clearance. I like these little bags and the big one. Hopefully I'll use that real soon. I hope to get done with this project in that bag by Christmas. I really like these these turtles. Before I put the eyes on there, my daughter nearly snatched them and took them home with her. It was so funny. She loves them so much. So I may have to detach myself from these silky little creatures. Okay, that's all for JaydaInStitches today. Hopefully you'll go over there and check her out. She's very cheerful and very inspirational. And yeah, that's all for now. Okay, so I forgot something that we talked about last week from JaydaInStitches. These are the 3 infinity scarves I was talking about. The sizzle one, the autumn sizzle, the hot chocolate, and the snow queen. And I still have the 3 cakes from those that I showed you. So these were the other 3 cakes. As you can see, the snow queen is a little bit longer, quite a bit longer than the other 2. I thought actually the hot chocolate was the biggest one, but it's not. It's actually in the middle. I'm not sure why they're so much different, since they have the same starting stitches. Let me see if I can get you closer over here. Sorry, I'm using my room today. There's just not enough room over there in my temporary place. And there was so much to show you from JaydaInStitches. She is so very informative. She has some really great tips on her videos. And if you ever have a chance to watch any of her lives, whether they're actually live or after they've uploaded afterwards, she's got some really great hints and tips on those. People spit out ideas like crazy. So these are the infinity scarves I was talking about last week, and I did actually finish those before the weekend. I was still working on the Snow Queen on Halloween. And I will take this time to apologize for being so late, because I was busy on Halloween this year, and I was busy on the weekend. Trying to figure out where I stand in my relationship and his daughter and everything, and the kid he raised and all that, but, well, just say we're not talking much right now. So. Anyway, these are the infinity scarves I've been working on this past week, and I'll see you in the next segment. Okay, in the spirit of showing y'all about the sneak peeks last week, and people that have inspired me and motivated me to do the videos and keep my crocheting up, even though whether I wanted to or not or whatever, and do new things or what have you. This one is by Krista from The Secret Yarnery, and on her live video she has an assistant, Kavita, that assists her, and they do live at least once a week. And this is the polka dot blanket here that we were doing for a cow. She did a four-part series on this one. She did the little polka dot circles, and she did making the circles into squares. On the third one, she did joining the squares, and on the fourth one, she did the border. So as you can see, I'm still joining the squares. I have the polka dots for a second blanket here, and then I have these left over for the first one. Actually, one right there too. And the extra ones on those aren't full. I mean, there might be one or two full circles. And then this right here, I'm fixing to open that up real good and show you what's in there. There's a sneak peek on that one. This one here is actually finished. This is a finished object. I went ahead and finished that this week, about close to Halloween. About the time I should have done probably another video. This is called a hug shrug. And you can find the pattern on her website. I had problems getting the pay for a pattern, but you can get it on her YouTube channel. That's where I got it from. It's really easy to follow. Hug shrug. It has a little twist in there. Then over here, what we've got two $10 squares here, and another $10 started over there. This is from her $10 and Surf blanket. I started watching her sometime after she did this one. This one was like last year sometime, I believe. And her color, and if you see the two different blues here that I have, hers was actually a greenish color. And they don't have very much of either one, and I'm not sure if the Aruba C is discontinued or not, but I'm pretty sure the turquoise one is. The skein band is actually more of a vintage band, and I really love both of those. I'm just not sure if I should just use one for the blanket and one for the border, or maybe I should pick another color altogether. Maybe I should use one of these for the middle. Maybe I should just alternate these per square. I mean, I could definitely frog the turquoise one over there and put it for something else, like part of the border or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, and I'm not sure if I have enough of the colors that I've got to finish it. I might have to buy new yarn anyways. So the border is all one color. You don't think you could do it bi-colored unless you just do two sides one color and two sides the other color. I'm not sure how that would turn out. It might turn out okay, like self-striping yarn or something would do sometimes. As you could see on the Crochet Crowd Study of Textures blanket. It kind of did that, like on the popcorns and stuff like that. But this right here, I want to draw your attention. This right here has it has a yarn cake in here that I used on the hug shrug. This is not a Krista thing. This is not a Secret Yarnery thing. This right here is just the same ball that I used for the hug shrug. Inside, as I was saying before my phone cut off on me, I'm going to try to hurry through this. This is an Annie's Attic pattern. I got it online, I believe on eBay. I can't say that I bought it from Annie's Attic directly, but I have bought some kits from her directly. This is one of the kits. You could either crochet it or you could knit it, and they send you a kit per month. You have to pay it for monthly. And I'm not through decorating it yet, but it is all put together. And it came with the two butterfly buttons and enough. It came with enough yarn to do like 3 flowers and 4 or 5 stems. And as you can see, I only did the one flower with the one stem. And you can pull this through here. It unbuttons right here with the butterfly. It just, this goes around here, and you can see that unbuttons right there. I'm not going to totally unbutton it for you right now. I wish I could use both hands for that. But as you can see, it pulls through there. I have like a little yarn baby or two in there that pulled out when I did that, but I tucked it down in there really nice. And that is all for this segment. I put this back over here. And this is from the Secret Yarnery. She's got some really nice stuff over there. She's fixing to do Granny Mayhem. I'm not sure if I'll join her for that or not. If I do, I might. She's got a pattern that she's working on similar to one that I wanted to work on, but I may pull out my old pattern instead. And I don't know, maybe I'll work on both of them, but we'll see what's going. I've got a lot of stuff to do to get ready for Thanksgiving, but I do want to finish this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I want to show you this real quick. See if I can do this one-handed. This isn't really an unboxing, but you know, I can practice, right? Cut this open. Here's all the extra information. This is Binky yarn that I got from Hirschner's. I probably could have got it straight from Red Heart, but somebody had recommended first to do Hirschner's, so that's what I did. The Red Heart Soft Baby Steps. It is in a different band than the others. I'm not used to this band. I've not ever seen that one before, but it is the Binky print here. There's a pattern on there. And as you can see, the other three that I bought, about 5. Enough to finish this blanket and hopefully start the second one. And hopefully this will go all around the border, and hopefully the yarn I have left will also go around the border. If not, I'll have to get more of that too. And we'll see you in the next segment. Thanks for sticking around. Okay, moving right along here, I've got some things that I made myself with my own talent, my own patterns, which are not written down, they're just in my head. This one is a backpack. I made it several years ago when my kids were very little. Right now they are 14 and almost 10, so next month she'll be 10. I just need to fix the drawstring on that, and I already fixed the strap just a few months ago, so it was close pinned on. So there's that. At the bottom here. I'll show it better over here on this beanie. Just made this the same way. It looks like it has a flower on the top. You don't have to wear this as a beanie. You can use it like a basket, like a flimsy basket, or I might even make it to be a bag too. I might just make that to a bag sometime. Here's another one, and I'm using it for the Cake of Mandala Wood Nymph. The self-striping yarn here from okay, let me repeat that. Lion Brand Mandala Wood Nymph. Okay, and this is another one. Basket, maybe transferring it to a tote with the flower in the beginning. I don't ever line my bags, but I would love to learn how to do that. But right now, some kid could probably even wear that as a hat. This one right here is an infinity scarf that I just whipped up like easy. Nothing fancy about it except for maybe it's by Mandala. I mean, the Lion Brand by Mandala. Trying to get this out. It's kind of early for me, and can't think straight. Anyways, it's an infinity scarf. Kind of an easy pattern here. Double crochets and then so many, lengthwise. There's the other part of that. It's the colorway of Gnome. Lion Brand Mandala Gnome. Here's another thing that I made. It's pretty simple. Just from what I've learned here and there and everywhere. The little basket. And how I came up with that is I was looking for a quick, easy, simple pattern for some chunky yarn. And I needed a basket. So I decided to do a basket. It's not exactly a yarn bowl, but that's what I've been using it for. A yarn bowl. You can just put the handle down, put the yarn from the middle here and pull it out. Or if you prefer from the outside, I don't prefer from the outside. The only time I do it from the outside is when I'm having like two projects, or two projects like two socks or two mittens, something like that. Or what I'll also do, if I have to pull from both ends of the skein, and I know I have enough for that whole project, I'll pull one from the middle, and I'll pull the strand from the outside, and I'll work on that one skein or cake like that. Whew. So that's all for what I have right now. I don't even know what yarn this was. All I know is a real pretty like coral color, and it looks like a big chunky 5, maybe even a 6, and I needed a use for that, and I did definitely put that to use, especially when I made the infinity scarves from JaydaInStitches. I used that for those Bernat Pop cakes. Alright, stay tuned for the rest, please. Thank you. Okay, what we have here, we're almost done. What we have here in front of us here is the red heart light and lofty that I used on that ripple cowl that was a mystery cowl to begin with. And this one isn't full. It's about half to 3/4 full. And this one is full, and I think I might make, not a hat, I don't know why I'm thinking of a hat. I have a hat on the brain. A pillow cover, like the popcorn one that we made with the ripple blanket. I don't know if I'll do the popcorns on it, if I'll just do the C to C, because I really like that C to C pattern. I guess I'll work with it and see what I think, but I do think that it probably needs to go ahead and do the popcorns. But this is why I'm saying that, because this yarn here, if you can see this, how this does, you see how that could be easily tangled or caught on a hook. I mean, if regular yarn can do it, this definitely can do it. Definitely. And you can't hardly see it when it's all bunching up, and in stitches, it's hard to see. I mean, you can pull the stitches a little bit so you can see, but that makes it go really, really, really slow. So, this one, I believe this is discontinued. I'm not sure how long it's been discontinued, but they do consider this a super bulky 6. So the basket I was showing you is probably definitely a 6, because it's thicker than this yarn right here. So 6, super bulky 6. I'll focus. There we go. And it shows you how to pull the skein. The one on the right here is the outside one. You pull that first, so you don't get everything tangled in the middle. And then you pull from the outside. I would just tuck this under the band right here, just so it's not in the way if you're not going to use it. And then you pull from here to make your projects. So it's super bulky 6, red heart light and lofty. I really don't like this yarn. And it's not just because of that. It's not because of just that. Look how it even works right there. So, a little frizzy or fluffiness or whatever. It's not really even fluffy. But I don't like it. I don't like the feel of it. And I don't like working with it. But what I do like the factor of the fuzziness on the project. I do like that. I do like the way it makes projects look at the very end. I just don't like working with it. It don't even feel nice. There's no dye lot on this one. The skein is 6 ounces, or 170 grams, 140 yards, and 128 meters. There's a pattern on this one, and this one, they're different. This one's a blanket, and this one is a shawl. Okay, there's a blanket. Patterns on the back. On the inside of the label there, the band, it says to machine wash dry, see reverse. It's 100% 100% acrylic. I'm having a hard time talking. So once again, it's a super bulky 6. The knitting needles one would use are the 10 millimeters and they're 15 US. Or if you use a hook like I do, it would be 10 millimeters and 15. It gives you the measurements of a swatch. And you can wash it 104 degrees Fahrenheit and dry it, but don't iron it. It might melt. But you can block it, you can steam it, or you can lay it flat to dry. Or you can put it in the jar. And the color of this one is onyx. I'm not sure about how many colors they have. I really see this one a lot in the store. This one came to me. I was going to say I didn't know if it was discontinued. It is probably discontinued, and whoever bought it for $1.50 at Walmart on sale. This has probably been like $4 or $5 at the store. But I don't know if this one was actually donated. I was just going to say it wasn't donated, but it might have been. Somebody here in town donated a bag or so of yarn. And it was like eyelash yarn. It was all kinds of yarn that I don't normally use. And I did sell some of it. It's like pom-pom yarn, eyelash yarn, that sort of thing on eBay. But I think this is where I actually bought this one at. I bought this one on eBay with some other yarn. I'm pretty sure. And if not, it was donated. And I do still have some of that donated yarn that I will work on one of these days. And that is almost going to do it. All we have left is a sneak peek. Let me get this out for you. Some of this. I'm working on a stocking here. And this project here. I'll show you this project in the book. I've got a lot of these started. So I can get this picture to come up for you. There's this one. That's the one I want to work on for Christmas. Here's a knitted and crochet items. Show that to you later. Talk about this one more. And also what I want to do for Christmas and maybe show you next week is a project from Creative Grandma. She has a YouTube channel. It's her Santa Claus toilet paper mega roll holder cover. And I haven't started one yet. I almost started it. She put out all 3 parts of her cowl already. And so I want to probably get started on that this week after I get some other things done. So anyways, I'm glad you stopped by to watch this lengthy video. I think it's the longest one so far. And I will try to have more about these projects here next week. And without further ado, ciao for now. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.